What is going on, guys? So today we're down in my dungeon here where I print everything and design everything and whatnot. Got some new lighting up here, but main thing I want to show off to you today is the rock crawler course that I made. Did some changes. It looks a lot better, it works a lot better, but we are going to be going over the single greatest performance mod you can do to an SCX24 that I'm absolutely blown away by. You see a million different recommendations out there. I'm going to show you tried and true what works the best, at least in my application. So let's dive right into this. We're going to do some crawling on the course and I will show you what that is. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so here we have three different levels of trucks, we'll say. Obviously fully custom, fully modded, LCG kind of competition style build, the Warthog, which you are all a huge fan of, as am I. This thing just performs incredibly. Next up, we have the JL pickup that I made that I showed you guys last time. This truck is right in the middle ground, I would say. We have the Surpass brushless system, which is pretty common now. That's a bit excessive, but other than that, we have all stock suspension, stock axles. We have an upgraded Emax servo. I just put these Injora wheels on here, actually, and these things are great, let me tell you. They're about 22 bucks on Amazon. They go together a little bit easier than the RC four-wheel drive stamp beadlocks do, in my opinion. Only downside is you can't flip them around and make them wider like I did on this thing. So yeah, so that's this truck. Crawls, performs incredibly. And then third, we have the favorite Bone Stock JL. And I am going to show you the mod that will change the game on this thing. So we're gonna start by crawling this thing around the course here, which here is the course now. Covered it in some plaster tape, painted it, and then clear coated it. Certainly not perfect, but a lot better than it was. So we're gonna throw the stock Jeep on here and we're gonna run it, and I'm gonna show you what a simple change can make it perform 1,000 times better. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so here we go. Stock Jeep run here. As you can see, we're struggling for traction a bit there, but a little throttle always does some work. So just crawling up over the hump there. Now we're gonna get into one of the steepest parts of the course here. Don't mind all the trash and stuff in the back there, or just the stored items. But we're gonna get into this little section here, and we're struggling for traction. It wants to tip back, but I think if we play our cards just right, we may be able to get up this. Oh, truck down. Alrighty, I'm just gonna bypass that for now to save you the struggle of watching it. It is doable, but it takes some time and patience, that's for sure. So right here you see we're doing pretty well. Not too many issues with that section. And then going up to the crest here, we're able to make it right up. So overall, you know, great experience, you know, certainly fun, but we can definitely improve that. And I know a lot of you guys, including myself, strive for the performance out of these things. So I'm going to show you one more section here, which is another steep incline, and you can see it kind of just wants to spin the tires. Again, if I bounce it right, you can get it to go up this sometimes with this setup. There it goes. So as you can see, it's doable, but it certainly struggles for traction, and that's going to be the main key here in what we're doing today. So it can make this incline here, it's just difficult. This incline is much more difficult, but it's doable. I'm going to show you right now though what will make this truck perform better than any other single mod that I know of. So come back over to the workbench, and those with a keen eye may have spotted these wheels behind it. Guys, best wheel and tire setup, in my opinion, mainly just the tire setup, is the RC four-wheel drive 1.0 Goodyear Wranglers, these right here. I have not found anything. I've had the Baja Claws, I've seen the Rock Locks, all that stuff. I haven't found anything to perform as good as these, and I'm going to go over a few reasons why. These are very stiff tires. These stock tires are super stiff, whereas these are very thin, and they allow for significant tire flex. I also run these here, and here with no foams in them at all. And the reason I do that is because these beadlock wheels, whether it's the RC four-wheel drive or the Enduros or the Amazons or whatever, every single set that I've come across is airtight. So what you're effectively doing is running them on the air pressure, and that allows the tire to flex and move and just get significantly more grip, and also gives it a little more scale realism when you're crawling. But I'm gonna throw these wheels on this Jeep here and show you how big of a difference that makes. So let me do that and I'll get right back with you. Now that we got those installed too, I'd like to show you the Mudslingers even. Guys, the Mudslingers are great tires. I'm running these the exact same way. No foams and bead locks, and still, they do not have the traction that these do on a rocky surface or anything like that. In the dirt, in the mud, going over loose terrain, I'm sure these would perform better. But for strictly rock crawling or course crawling like we do today, yeah, you cannot beat these. Alrighty guys, so we're going to test out the JL here with the RC four-wheel drive Goodyear Wranglers, and I'm just going to show you the difference it makes. So as you can see, with little or no wheel spin, it makes it right up that first section, which we did struggle with a little bit the last pass with the stock tires. We had to bump the throttle, remember? Now we're going to go to one of the most difficult parts of the track, the course, depending on what vehicle you're running. But as you can see guys, almost zero wheel spin there until we high center at the top and right up. So again, I'll do that again for you. If you watch, these tires really just grab and crawl right up that. Another thing to note here with this setup is the stamped steel wheels add weight almost like a brass hex hub would or brass knuckles would. So you're gaining a little more weight there, which is going to help you significantly too. And right up to the top. Nice controlled descent down. Let's see if I can do that one-handed driving. And now we're going to spin it around and do the exact same test where we went up this. Now this little ridge, you may be able to see that in the camera there, that's the most difficult part of this climb, believe it or not. Almost everything I have gets a little stuck there. So, little throttle bump, but we got right past that. And you can see guys, just gobs of traction. No issue at all. One thing I want to note too is I'd like to try to show you how these tires flex. And not the truck itself, but the tires themselves will actually flex around your terrain. So maybe right here we can get a little bit of that. So right there, you see that guys? So what they do is when they're running on just the air pressure with no foams is they conform around the terrain you're driving over, which is going to allow them to have significantly more grip than a harder compound or a tire that would just stay in its original form, or the foams would hold it in place. So alrighty guys, so as you saw there, I run these tires on this Jeep, that thing, and then we got the Slingers of course for our more aggressive terrain. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you today. I really do not think for performance wise for any single mod that you can do better than these wheels and tires, or even just a set of the Amazon Enduro wheels with the RC four-wheel drive tires. I run them on all three of these rigs. Can't find anything that performs nearly as well, but I love doing it. Love checking this stuff out for you guys and sharing it with you. I think my next video is going to be me just showing off all the rigs that we have here. There's also one more, let's see here, up there, the dually of course with the trailer. So next video I think we're going to do a rig rundown and just show you all the trucks that I have, pros and cons and the mods, and then of course run them over here on the little homemade crawler course. So thanks for coming by guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. Again, if you're just starting out with this stuff, my recommendation, get some wheels, get some tires. This setup in particular, you're not going to beat it. So thanks again guys. Stay tuned, like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. It really helps me out, and have a great day.